Let's see if I can put a little black or black background or something. And I'm gonna talk a little about the closest time because it's getting closer to my vacation. I'm gonna have vacation the same week like midsummer. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do with my uploads to my channel, if I'm gonna take like a little off time or something, or I'm just gonna do some spontaneous because I haven't planned anything even for next week. So I want to stick around here and see what other people are saying or thinking, or what you want to see for an example, because I can't do hauls. I need to save up money because it's vacation soon, plus I'm planning to go with travel to UK later this year, and that's gonna need a lot of money too. So I'm gonna see if someone joins me because I haven't really planned this one, so people don't even know that I'm here. See. We're gonna see what those things are. No. It's a little funny where you can try different filters even on a live. Go back to normal. So, and I've succeeded to ruin the background again. And yeah, like I said, it's soon vacation time. Looking forward. It's still 4 days left for me to work next week, but I'm not gonna work Tuesday because we have to go to Gothenburg because Trevor gonna do a CT scan, because if some people, if you remember, he had cancer last year, but it was successful, removed, and now he need to go to this different CT scan every 6 months to see that everything is clear for some years. So we have to see what's going on there, and hopefully everything is okay, so we can just enjoy the week after too. So, and we haven't really planned what we're gonna do, but I hope we can do something fun that I can do some video about. It's still a little too early for some things. We were hoping in July go to medieval days in Kungälv, that is north above Gothenburg, and that should be nice to go to that things. And I don't know, maybe we go to Marstrand and go to that fortress over there, because we do like that too, but we have been there sometimes already, so it's Trevor really like that. He don't want to go to the same place all the time, but living in Sweden, for people that don't know that much about Sweden, Sweden is a very long country, and compared with other countries like UK and others, our population is very low, especially when you take it in calculating how big Sweden really are when it comes to the country itself. But we are spread out, but the most people are living from Stockholm and down. Hello Rebel! I'm just sitting here and talk a little. And hej Alex! Och jag ser att du bor i min favoritstad också. Hello Alex, and I can see that you are from my favorite city, Gothenburg. And Gothenburg probably gonna visit often. Hopefully, at least, we're gonna be there next week of some type of reasons too. So, and I know that we have concert tickets for Liseberg. That's gonna be too. So we have to see. But my thing is that I don't really know what I'm gonna do soon with my channel, because I haven't planned anything. And I know people say about the goth style and everything that is expensive and everything like that, but when you show do it yourself project, people are not interested to watch anyway. So I don't know if I want to do all that hustle with trying to make a video to show things how to do it. Såklart jag kan säga någonting till dig, Rebel. Of course I can say something for you, Rebel. På svenska, och jag hoppas att du tycker det låter bra. And it's in Swedish, and I hope you think it sounds well. So I even did a translation, so you should know what I was saying. And where I live is just outside Borås. And Borås have the biggest city is Gothenburg, and it takes around half hour, 40 minutes to reach there. I haven't been on that place, so I don't know that much about it, but Is the Nolaga like in Alingsås or what? Because I don't recognize that like Gothenburg thing. Oh, thank you, Revel. I'm gonna try to do a little more in Swedish too, but the problem is that most of my subscribers are actually English speaking, so they're not gonna understand a lot of what I'm saying, and it's gonna be maybe sometimes hard to even have time to put the translation on it, or I have to just mix the languages, but maybe people don't want to hear it all the time either. So I think it's easier because many Swedes actually do understand English because we start reading it in a very early age too, so that's why. Is there something else you want me to do on my channel or something? So yes, comment suggestions. I have done a shorts during 6th of June. That was the Swedish National Day, and actually put up 10 different bands that is alternative, mostly into goth and dark wave and that type of things that are Swedish. And maybe I can do a little bigger video about that to next weekend, so people can get a little better introduction, like just the shorts, because you can only hear a little bit from one band in that case. Oh, thank you. It feels a little strange to speak in Swedish on my YouTube channel. It's not strange for me to talk Swedish other times because I live in Sweden, of course, but when it comes to that, I'm very used to talk English too, because Trevor is English and he prefer to actually talk English still after all those years over here. So I think I got a lot of practice all the time. So we have English people and American people at work too, and of course from plenty of other type of countries too that don't speak English either directly. So, but at my work we are all over the place. Oh, thank you, Alex, and hey då, bye. Yeah, shorts is the things that actually give the best reach, and I think that's why so many have found my channel too, because it's not that much people that actually watching all videos, and I think it's a little sad because the TikTok generation now don't have the patience to actually watch a video that is a little longer. If it's maybe around 10 minutes, maybe they can look, but you can see on the watch hours that they don't really watch everything. Ah, thank you very much. I thought I wanted to do something a little more colorful this time, and it's a little like when I put on my clothes. I took this dress with the skulls and roses, so I thought that was some color in it, because I think it's a little sad that many people think that you need only to be black dressed for being goth. You don't really have to do anything more than what you want to do, as long as you love the music. And I think it's channels like it's a person that is called Wayne, and they have a really great channel. I don't know if it's a they or a she, because I haven't really put in so much to know, but I know that person do androgen type of stuff too when it comes to alternative goth outfits, and often thrifted ones too. So even amazing type of things, and I think that's a channel I can recommend if you want to watch that type of things too. And yeah, what I love with that channel is that this person is bringing out colors too, not just black. And Angela Benedict is very good at taking new colors too, and in her latest do it yourself video she actually did dyeing clothes in different colors, and it went really well. So I think it's up to you if you want to use colors, if you want to be all black, or if you just want to put on ordinary clothes. It doesn't matter, because it's still goth if you listen to goth music. Hello, Dizzy. I do enjoy shorts sometimes, because sometimes when it's not coming so many interesting videos for the moment, so then I can just scroll, and sometimes they're really funny too, and of course many of them are with animals, and I love animals, so that's why. But sometimes I don't have that much time over. I need to go to sleep soon, and then shorts and that type of things. But I don't have TikTok. The only TikTok videos I see is when other people put them on other channels like Instagram and YouTube. So that's the only time I can see TikTok because I don't have that app. Oh, thank you. At least I hope that I can get people to know more about band. At least 3 newer bands I can recommend for the moment, and 2 of them is more goth, and that is Gothnetic. It's from Canada. It's Jason and solo project. And then we got from Germany, we got Midnight Dark Wave, and then we have a little more synth type of electronic type of things. It's also from Germany, and it's Merzine. Merzine, I think it's pronounced. Yeah, and I think colors can actually be really cool because if you go back to the 80s videos from different kind of clubs with alternative music and goths and that type of things, take a look at the people there. Not everybody have this extreme trad goth look, but they have their own style and they used colors too. You can really see colors in those old videos. So I don't even know why people are afraid to put them. And when I was younger, I many times had like a black was the base, and then I added different colors depending on my mood for the moment, if it was blue, purple, or red, or white. So I could have something of that. I'm very good, thank you, Dizzy. And hello, Brandon. See, you are here too. So that was nice to actually see so many Americans find the way to here because it's in noon here. So I guess it's very early morning for you. So I guess I have to say good morning for you. For me, it's noon. So I was discussing a little about my channel because next week I'm only working 4 days, and then I have only 1 week vacation, but that means 9 days away from work if you count the weekends with it. And we haven't directly planned anything, and I don't think I haven't even done any video for next week, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do something just spontaneous or just gonna do some live instead, or if I just gonna take a vacation from YouTube and come back later, because I want to take care about the moment when I don't have to stress at work, because it's very stressful at work, and it's gonna be even worse now when people start to go on vacation. I'm gonna see what people saying. I haven't sent so many lives, but I try to do it because it's not the same like doing a video or something. You can always, if you feel that it don't feel 100% okay, you can delete it. But when you're live, you can't really delete the moment you're in if you think something went wrong, or you pronounce something rather wrong or something. And about the clubs that the Rebel was asking, is that there were a lot of clubs back then, and I think in one way, I don't think many times was that it's just goth or something like that. It was new wave, it's dark wave, it's all these type of things that was popular during the time. So it was a little more like mixed. So you can see people that look very ordinary. You can see real trad goths, extreme looks for that time. And remember, when I said extreme looks for that time, it's not the youngsters of today with a very extreme looks when it comes to both hair and perfect eyeliners and that type of things, even if some of the people really were good at what they're doing. But yeah, we had hair and that type of things too, but many actually looked very ordinary when it comes to the hair too. So it was so different compared with what some youngsters think about it nowadays. Yeah, and that was very early, Rebel, 4 a.m. and baking. Ooh, it sounds great. I'm gonna try actually to do a simple type of apple pie, apple crunch pie. I saw a recipe on it that should be healthy for me too, because you don't have usual sugar in it. You use I can use stevia or something, so that's good for me, and I can use a little of that honey I have. It's not an ordinary honey either, because I bought it on the Viking market, and that is made of the same base like beer, and have elderflower in it too. And when I tasted it on the Viking market, I could see at once that I didn't react that it should be too much sugar in that way, because it's more natural done. It's not a lot of carbs in that type of way in it, even if it's still honey, so it's more natural done. So yeah, back to basic. I'm all over the place, sorry. So I was thinking maybe I'm just gonna be spontaneous about my channel the common weekends before, because I can't buy a lot of things to do hauls like some people do, because I don't have the money and I need to save up. I have vacation soon, plus we're gonna go to UK, so hopefully I can have really interesting videos later this year instead, but that's gonna get some months before, because when it comes to UK it's not before end of September, October we're going, so before the prices may be a little better. It's not vacation time when everything goes up a lot in prices and a crowded with people everywhere. So, and maybe the flight ticket's gonna be a little better too, so it's gonna be a little easier maybe to get there, and don't hustle with the ordinary tourist time even for themselves, and they have vacation over that too. So I haven't planned directly. I think I want to do more music videos about bands and that type of things too, but I know there is channels that is much better on music too, because my memory is bad, so I have to sit with the paper, and I hate when I got this brain freeze, and it's very typical when you have fibromyalgia and further problems that suddenly everything just wipe off. You can everything before, but when you're gonna say it, you sit there, oh, what the heck was it now? I don't even remember the band. And I don't remember the title on the song either, or just a bit of it, and it's so embarrassing. So I need to have paper, so I'm not gonna forget what I'm talking about. Is it something more you all want to see right now, or what? Because, like I said, I'm sitting and waiting for my drinking time, because I had recently my little snack time, so I had already 3 meals for the day. I have 3 more to go. And we're actually gonna eat tacos today, so that's gonna be great. And we got a movie that we're gonna see, and I also saw something really strange that I never thought of before. Is yeah, we know the new remake of The Crow. Me always gonna love the original Crow with Brandon Lee, because that's the status one. I'm a little skeptical to the new one, but I'm gonna try to be open. I might not go and see that in a movie or cinema, because it costs a lot here in Sweden. It's not cheap to go there, and because you're not allowed to take your own stuff with you, well, like drinks and snacks and that type of thing, so it can be a little hard to get there if you need to eat, and the movie is a little longer. But the thing that I thought was a bit strange was when I saw yesterday here on YouTube that it was more than one channel that said they have been to the premiere of a film, and it was The Crow. I was thinking, strange, I haven't seen anything about it over here. So I googled and found out that actually UK had premiere yesterday, but both US and, for example, Sweden don't have it before end of August. And have you discovered that yourself with other type of movies, that they don't send it in the same way, so some countries are way before? Because I think I can understand if it's at least in the same month, but this is a little longer time in between. And when you think that a movie is produced in one country, it should be probably that they're gonna show it, but they show it in, for example, like now in UK much earlier. Have you seen that? And are you gonna watch The Crow, or are you gonna avoid it? Because I know what people have said, especially when they've seen the trailer. I have seen the trailer too. I'm really skeptical for the choice, but I'm gonna try to be open. But when I grew up, The Crow always gonna be the best, and it's always gonna be Brandon Lee. And when it's not coming to the movie itself, I've actually reading those Sandman comic books with The Crow too. So I'm not sure you call it the Sandman, but it was the same type of book like Sandman came into when you have those cartoon type of things. So I really enjoyed them when I was younger, because I had friends that collected those. So I'm gonna try to see what I think about it. we have watched some other type of movies. We saw, um, I don't remember the title correct, but if you have seen The Exorcist, for example, they have now out the beginning of The Exorcist, or whatever they call it. That should be like a pre-one before everything started with The Exorcist. And actually, I was surprised. I did enjoy that one. It was better than I thought. So I can recommend, if you like The Exorcist and like horror movies, take a look at that one. But I don't remember the title perfectly. But if I remember, if the stream go up and be saved, I'm gonna try to find the title again and put that in the description box. So we're gonna see what's happened there. But yeah, and we're gonna watch another movie later today, I guess, because Trevor took that back too. And it's a little like the same team, it's nuns and it's that type of possessions and that type of things. And I do enjoy those things, especially when I'm very easygoing when it comes to some type of movies, and I was that already as a kid. My parents and my siblings didn't like my choices all the time because it usually been in 3 different genres. There was some kind of horror, or white sharks was included in them. You can sort of put them into the horror genre, but because it was grey white, mostly I was interested of. And then we got the third one that was mainly ninjas, or sometimes even involving negations in it, because it was that type of style I loved. And I actually saw a little shorter video when a girl from Asia, I think she was putting up this real geisha makeup and everything, and it was really thick, this white, and using like, it's not a pencil or brush or that type of thing, but it looked more like a wooden things or something. I don't know what she was using, and how they put on all this white, and I put like little red around the edges here, and I put little black eyeliner, not much, and she did the eyebrows a bit red too, and then she did the rest of the neck and a bit down, so the kimono is not gonna show that much. And then she got this geisha wig put on, and it was that. Of course, she had red lips too, and I'm always been fascinated about that, and that's why when I was young I saw Shogun when it came, and actually for not that long time ago they released a remake of that series. And I thought it looks good in the trailer, so I remember I did enjoy that when I was little too, so I was looking at that one too, and it was great. I can really recommend it. And the thing that is great with that one too, that they actually kept 2 different languages there, so people like me, or Americans or Englishmen and that type of things, they still was speaking English in the most cases when they didn't learn to do some Japanese, and the Japanese actors actually spoke Japanese, but it was translation, so you don't have to be worried not understand things. So I thought that was really cool. So I can recommend you, if you like that type of things, check the TV series, the new one, Shogun, because that was great too. A little different to what I remember as a child when I watched the original, but I think they did it very good now. So, and yeah. And what more should we talk about? I was hoping that people should interact and ask a little more things. So it's a little hard to just talk with myself. It's easier when you are with people, because at least you can change the subjects over the time. So, but I am a little over everywhere with things. And like I said, I like to discover new bands. I have discovered a lot lately, but my memory is very bad. So. And if you're interested, you can go to other videos I have and look for my Spotify lists. But I have the same nick, Sanniz, on Spotify too, so you can follow that and listen to goth music there too. So I have different lists, and my latest is actually for 2024. So there I put things I discovered this year, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to do some more lists, and maybe a list that is, for example, when I did this short for 6th of June, that I only used Swedish bands, because people sometimes think that Sweden is just about a certain type of music, like ABBA, the Swedish House Mafia, and then we got a lot of metal bands like Hammerfall, and you name it, Europe, and yeah, I'm not gonna mention everything. And of course we had other bands and artists like Thåström and so on. But people forgot that we also have alternative music that is goth and is that type of music that we love. Or at least I love, because not everybody that maybe watch this live are goths. So, so I guess we are a little different there too. And it could be actually really nice to show that there are other bands, because it's different bands all over the thing, and especially American is mainly talking about their American bands, and because they are more easy to actually see them live too, because we have vision video, for an example, we got Male Tears and so on, and you got old bands like London After Midnight and that type of thing that still do the shows. And when it comes to UK, you still have Sisters of Mercy, The Mission, and you name it, they're still going on, even if they have new bands too. They got Auger. And a great news when it comes to UK and alternative music is that Massive Ego, that stopped for some years ago to be a band and said it shouldn't continue that anymore, they now confirmed that a new album is soon coming. So I love Massive Ego. I do love that style of music too, and it's maybe not goth in that type of way, but it's still alternative, and I think you can check them out too, because they're really great. And Auga is also a good band too, and I think they cooperated with Blue Tangle, for an example. And the singer Kyle, he have actually a part of Sophie Lancaster Foundation too, so you know that everything he does is not just music. He also works for this foundation to make people feel, try to make people be safe, to educate others that we shouldn't be stupid towards each other, because there's so much mean things going on in the world anyway. So why should we start bullying or even abuse people, even kill them in worst cases? You have Sophie, that was the reason why everything started by her mom. Now her mom is dead too. She died for I don't remember exactly the date, it was last year or something, but she died too, and she was the founder of Sophie Lancaster Foundation, because she wanted to get at least something good out of her daughter's death. And that was to educate people to, no matter how people look like, or what they have for type of religion, or gender, or sexuality, or that type of things, you should be safe. And it's little like this now. I think Pride Month is in many countries, all that pay for Pride. And that is also a thing that they are not still safe. I think it's a little sad that we actually can't live in a safe world. And then we still have the war in Ukraine going on for over 2 years. What a menace. I follow some from Ukraine too. And I'm actually happy that I actually see them post things, because then I know for sure that they're still alive. But I also admire the Ukrainian people that are actually standing up against this big country that have attacked them for so long time. And Russia have still not taken Ukraine. They're still fighting back, and I think that's worth to admire, that little people actually can show that they can stand against something that is so much bigger. And then we got the sad things that goes on in Israel with Hamas, Palestine, and Israel itself. And what I want to say, that I don't take any standpoint with any of those. I stand with the people that are the victims for everything, that being killed or living in the area where we get bombs and everything like that. They don't want to have that, because they just want to live in peace, and that's the way it should be. So I don't stand with just one side, because I stand with the victims, the ones that didn't choose the things. And that's, I think, is to simplify it to support one side. Yes, it's not okay that Israel do what they do, but it's not okay of Hamas to take advantage of the Palestinian people either, if you know what I mean. And yeah, it's so much wrong things going on everywhere. So it's a sad world, and it's not safe. And that means that when we go to concerts here in Sweden now that is bigger, we can't even bring a handbag in. So that's why I need to get pants with pockets, because women often not have pockets in their things, and I can't even have like a little belt with a little bag on it, because that counts as a bag. So it's a sad world. It's a sad world that we gone that wrong with everything, because we have so much people that are actually good. So we should be able to actually be nice to each other. But I guess we might have a new world war coming, and I'm not just saying that, because just look how people are behaving everywhere, in the traffic, in the shops, wherever you are, even on YouTube, for an example. They come in and they are hiding behind the screen, many times behind an account where you can't even see them as a person. Like, you can see me now, I show myself, you can find me in person, I'm a real person, I'm not an artificial intelligence type of thing, or someone that hiding behind something else, a key warrior or whatever they call themselves. And yeah, that's what I think is very strange, that they think they have the right to actually put down rude things or being nasty and that type of things. If you don't like a content, and if you don't like what you see, you don't have to comment at all. You don't even have to watch. Go away, go to the next channel, go to something you like instead. Why be so negative? Is it because your life is so miserable, so you actually have to be stupid to others? I can't really see why that should gain someone, but I guess this is the world we're living in. Many people getting very cold-hearted and that type of things, and that's why I love some people. For an example, I don't know if Rebel is still here, but Rebel Jackson is actually a very good person that collects money for children. She has this little foundation type of thing too, and she was talking recently in a video about collecting things for her pinup friends and everything, because they had this really bad weather going on with tornadoes and other type of things, and it was actually one family that everything hit very hard. Some of them died, and then his father with some kids were still alive, but they had hard times now, so they were gathering things. And she said, yeah, maybe I just come in with toys, but for children, toys can be everything, especially when it's tough times, especially when I have done this big loss. So I admire Rebel, because how many are actually doing anything for a person that maybe don't even know? Because we need more of that type of people, because what everything goes on. And that's why I also usually try to be polite to others, try to give them a smile, no matter how I feel inside. I can be very depressive for the moment, but I still try to give a smile to a stranger sometimes, or say a friendly hello and that type of things. And in Sweden, if you know Swedes, we don't often say hello to strangers, because then you think, oh, what's wrong with you, because you said hello to me and you don't know me. We like that little private space, and often people don't even know the neighbors that much, at least if you live in a flat. When it comes to living in your house, on the streets, maybe you know your neighbors in that type of way, but it's not the same like living in a flat. What should we talk more about? This was hard. I might do some more do-it-yourself things. I know that people might not watch these videos that good, but I think I want to try it. I've been a little down when it comes to those creative stuff, but I will try to do more, and I might do little patches and that type of things. And I should want to try find some leather paint instead for the one I use now. The one I use now for fabrics, you need to iron after a certain time. First it's gonna dry for for a little longer time, and then you have to iron it to make it stick to the fabric, and hopefully not washed away if it goes wet or you want to wash it. But it's not guaranteed, and I have seen others have used leather paints instead. So I'm gonna try to find something like that. I'm not gonna probably do anything on leather or fake leather, but I was thinking maybe that hold up a little better when you do patches, for an example, and maybe it's easier to work with, and when it dry down, maybe you don't have to do all the hassle. It's ready to go and just be sew in place on whatever you're gonna put it on. For me, it's often a jeans jacket or something like that I'm gonna use it for. So it would be interesting to see if I actually could do something like that. So this is somewhere here still. I can see that two more are watching, but no one is commenting since a long time ago. So I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. So yeah, I think I might finish here instead. So, but if you want me to do live next week instead for an ordinary video, you can put that in the comment after I uploaded this live, so I know if you're interested in that instead, so we can do that. I don't gonna go out with any time because from next weekend, actually after Friday 3 p.m. my vacation starts for 9 days, so I don't want to put any time because I don't know what we have in plans, and it's travel too that need to be on board on everything. So I'm not living on my own, so it's not like I can start talking in certain times too early or too late or that type of things. And if you're gonna do things, it's not that easy to say, no, sorry, I'm gonna have a live. My life goes first, and it's a little like my friend Nightmare Bliss also said that life goes first, and that's why they now prefer to do vlogs mostly, and that's because it's easiest, especially when it's hectical when it comes to the real life, or you don't feel for it, you have lost the mood to making videos. But sometimes it's because you don't reach out in the way you were hoping for, because sometimes YouTube also have a very stupid algorithm. And I can think so too sometimes, because I can see other YouTubers that are really new, but they have all those things that many people love and think it's just all about. They have this extreme look, they are young, they're not elderly, they're definitely not Generation X in that type of case. So, exception, Jane Wilkes, Purple Jane. So, she have a really big channel, but she have also stopped doing as much videos like she did before. Hopefully she's gonna do more videos, because I really enjoy to see her videos too, even if she many times do makeup and that type of thing. So she still do it yourself things and other type of stuff too, but I know for her life goes first too. Nightmare Bliss is just the same. But then I have other channels that I do like too, but most are very much younger, and they have another type of watchers, subscribers too, because they are attracted more to that type of thing, because they have this little more extreme look. They might not have an ordinary work to go to in the same type of way. Like, I go up very early in the morning, 5 a.m. I'm headed to work. It's not a case that I'm gonna put on a lot of makeup or get an extreme look for it, and I have to use the clothes that my company decided we're gonna have, because we should all look the same, so they know we are working there, and to separate us from the from the others that are just temporary there to help out, because we have these companies that hire out people, so they have their own clothes with their own statements, we can see where they are from. But to see which people that are actually from my company, we have other clothes, but at least they are black with white logo, so I could be happy with that, because I don't have to stick away from the black. But no way I'm gonna put on a lot of makeup, and it don't work, and yeah, no, it's not happening. I'm not going up that early to put on makeup, and it's gonna be ruined anyway with that type of work I have. So no. When I was younger, I had other type of things, and that, yeah, of course, I had more energy. I had other type of hours. I had more spare time. But when I'm coming home after work, I have to prepare for next day, and I have to do a lot of other stuff. And then it's only, you need to sleep now because you're gonna go up very early. So no, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be one of the popular goth channels when you see a very extreme look and everything. I wish I was that type of person, but reality comes first. And if I don't want to have makeup one day, of course I should be able to show myself without makeup. And I have a lot of weekends now that I actually haven't been that much makeup and been more comfy dressed too. So if you're worried you're not goth enough, don't be. It's the music, and if that's in your heart, you goth. If you want to look a certain way, do it. But it's still up to you. No one should tell you off that you're not goth enough. And I say that to people that are new into the goth scene. The one you call baby bats is nothing to do with the age either, because you can be 50, 60 years old and discover goth too. Then you're a baby bat too, no matter age. And then you can have Eldergoths that's maybe not that old in age, but they have been there for, say, at least 10 years or something, and they're really good at what they're doing. They can name everything about bands and explain how the music is built up and everything like that. They are not baby bats just because they are young. They are Eldergoths too. And I think Angela Benedict had a great way to say, when someone was asking her, when do you stop being a baby bat? And I loved her explanation. It's a little like when she went back. Think about the time when you were a kid. You were sitting by the kid table. But that day when you felt old enough to not be there anymore and want to be by the grown-ups, that's when you leave that stage. And it's the same with the music. When you feel that you have enough knowledge, of course an elder goth still can learn new things about goth, because it's new bands, the music evolved and everything like that. So you can't just be stuck in one period. You can have your favorite periods, you can have your favorite bands that might be very old, but you can be like me. I still gonna have Sisters of Mercy like number one, but I do love new music. And for example, I've got Gothnetic and Midnight Darkwave. They are music that really talks to me, and I do enjoy them, and they are very, very nice people too, because they actually respond to you and respond in a nice way. It's the same with this Merzane. He is also a good musician, even if he's not proper goth. He's more like synth type of music, but some people calculate that into that subgenre too sometimes. But for me as a Swede, I calculated that like syntare, and that was the word we used for very early. That was even before I knew the word goth back in the 80s, because we had this the alternative people, most cases where I was growing up, was you were either a punk head or you were a metal head. In some cases hard rock and metal is the same, so it's gonna be a metal head. And then we have syntare, and syntare was people that listen to electronic music like Depeche Mode, Duff, Front 242 or whatever the name is. And of course later we got other type of people, the people we didn't like the skinheads. Never liked them because they were often racists and that type of things, and they were very violent, at least here. And then you also have the industrial people, but the industrial people are sometimes are viewing into the goth scene too, because that was a way for the clubs to actually survive during the 90s and 2002, because in small towns, in small countries, a club can't survive on just one little group of alternative people. So we needed to stick together, and we even have club evenings when they put together goth and metal heads, and they were actually more successful than I think. And I have seen recently even on Instagram from Sweden Rock Festival that is right now, that is the biggest festival in Sweden that actually survived for so long, and it looks like it's gonna survive for a very long time too, because there's also very many that goes there, no matter what type of music they like. They don't have to be metalheads, but someone was showing that go into the toilets where people are sometimes, and you can see that metalheads is not just partying to metal, because they have a techno party on the toilet or in the toilet. What is you know, sometimes it's a little confusing this with in and on, because Swedish have a certain way to say things, and English speaking have their way. So that's why whenever I be together with travelers, so sometimes we be a little confused, because Swedish says one thing, and when you translate it to the other way, or like the English way to Swedish, it sounds a little strange, because that's not the way we say. And you can say, for example, you say I'm on phone, but we say in phone, i telephone. So, and Englishmen can sometimes be very think that, oh, you Swiss need to always say exactly what you're doing and that type of things. But then you have that thing with in and on bed too, because we don't really say on the bed, but English speaking are doing a separation that if you have the blanket on or not. So, but that's another story. So I'm just rambling talking now, so I might look like a goof or something. So I think I'm gonna finish right now, because I think I need to start drinking, because it's soon time to prepare for the tacos we're gonna have today. And else, I hope you all stay safe, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.